Everyone, and happy weekend to everyone. Today is March 1st, 2025, and this is my weekly update video. So, I have not been recording these videos as frequently as I should be or I wanted to be, but yeah, so I came online today because I have some important things that I wanted to discuss and update. I'll talk about all the indices, VIX, Bitcoin, and mainly this video is going to be about the Bullion, all the metals, and what I see. And there is something significant that I'm observing in the metals market, in the bullion market, and it's been in news lately a lot. So yeah, I wanted to update about that. So stay tuned for that. I think it will help a lot of you. Um, so let's start with VIX because this chart has been beaten down so much. The VIX has been so low for so long. It's amazing. When it will break out, it will be mayhem. That's what I think, and it's slowly doing that. So, like I said in my last update video, it looks like it wants to go higher, and it has to go higher, and it went higher. So we observed that in pretty much second part of February. The market was oversold at the end of the week, so it kind of bounced, and I think there is the momentum barely crossed lower on Nasdaq. Rest of the indices were fine, so um, you saw some kind of a bounce back, and I think March will be kind of okay. You will see some bounce back from the oversold uh, uh, oversold levels. So looks like big caps, mega caps. Like I said, the most pressure seems to be on the big caps, large cap stocks, and that has been happening. Couple of my trades went against me, but then they came back. One of them was HIMS, and another one was Palantir. Um, I got out of HIMS with a small profit, but I kind of rolled my position on Palantir. I'm still not profitable on it, but I'm confident that it will probably, not probably, but I think it has to go down. So let's start with VIX. Looks like VIX is slowly breaking out. This is just the beginning, guys. I don't think, and with all this, Doge talk and all the layoffs, all the uncertainty in geopolitics, VIX has. I don't think it has. So it gives you a picture of what is to come, right? I mean, there is something major that will happen in these 18 months that will shoot up VIX, and it's not going to be just talk. Looks like there is going to be some action, and then that's what market will respond to. So be cautious. I don't want to scare anyone, but looks like something significant will happen in next 18 months. So let's go to SPY. Let's start with all the indices. Let's go actually to the futures because I have some lines drawn there. So SPY looks like it wants to test this channel. I mean the momentum and everything looks to me like it's still positive on the longer term. It has not broken down. So this looks like it kind of wanted to test this area. I still don't think it's like it's out of the woods, Nasdaq, ES, and NQ, because I don't think it touched any major significant level. Like if you see this channel, I don't think it will just bounce off without touching the lower end of this channel. So there is some downside in the early March, or maybe sideways action, and then maybe some downside, and then maybe it will bounce back. But yeah, I don't see that this is out of the woods yet. Let's go to Nasdaq. This one, also again, it kind of faked out, and then uh, it basically um tried to come into this channel. It didn't still test this lower end. This is what I'm talking about. So looks like it will go sideways. This is weekly chart, guys. So it will probably roll sideways. Maybe it will scare everyone out. It will go to this level. This is what I had in my December video. This is the level that I had that it needs to go to before any significant bounce. And I think that will happen. And then so up until last year, Bitcoin was leading Nasdaq or general markets. So Bitcoin would like fall 2 weeks before broader market kind of sells off. But now looks like Dow is actually the leader. So what I observed is Dow is leading the chart. So if you noticed, I don't know if you noticed, but last week Dow actually fell further faster, and then it kind of started bouncing back, and then Nasdaq started. So keep an eye on Dow, guys, Dow Jones Index. That is the leader right now. RTY, it looks pretty weak. I think small caps are gonna they are just waiting to break down. Longer term momentum is also down, so this is basically gonna break down. Oil, so oil, I kind of see that there is some downside to in the oil. I actually have my drawings on the USO, so let's look here. So oil is in a long-term bullish trend, but in the short term, I think it will have to retest this channel. So it will have to come down here, um, maybe up until like this mid-year. It will probably slowly grind down. The momentum, monthly momentum has turned up, so I don't know, maybe there will be a small bounce. It is barely up, so it's not like it's breaking out or anything out this. But I think it will test this support line and then fall back. But I definitely see momentum is downwards in the oil, and then it'll. So this is why I was saying there is deflation in future, in near future. But then once it starts bouncing back, I think it'll be a significant bounce. It'll be like you'll see it hitting $150, $200 barrel kind of thing. So it will be pretty scary bounce. Let's go to Bitcoin. So I discussed this in my videos. I said this support level is pretty significant. It kind of bounced back a couple of times from there, and then once it broke this, I said that you won't find any support until like 72 or even 68. So I think that's where this is going. It is gonna break down. I don't think it's gonna bounce back or anything. Maybe it will go back up here to 92, but I don't see it. I think it has broken down. It will keep going down. I think it's going to 68, 72 between these two areas, and I think it's gonna be a pretty painful bust once Bitcoin bubble busts. I think banks will be in trouble, and then people will suffer for liquidity. there won't be much liquidity because you're destroying all this money that people thought they had in the bank, but now it's not available. It just got destroyed. So there will be a lot of liquidity crunch, I think. Right now, it's a very good time to raise cash all this year. It's a game of patience. So that's how I see it. Um, let's go to metals. That's what I wanted to discuss mainly in this particular video, because I see metals breaking down, guys. So I said in my last video was that I see a top in gold, I see a major top, and this looks like it got rejected from that top. I think this is gonna break down, and it's not just gold. So that is what I'm seeing. It's not just gold, it's also silver kind of faked out, but then it's back in this channel, and it is forming a major head and shoulders top. So if you see here, this is a shoulder, head, and then this is a shoulder, and then it's gonna, I think it's gonna go down. This will be like a, I think like a at least like 20 to 30% correction. So if you can get out, you will get a better buying opportunity, I think, uh, because 20 to 30% is pretty significant. And if you're a long-term holder, then this is like a short-term correction. I'm not saying that it will never go back up. Uh, this is a short-term. You will have better opportunity to buy at a lower price. So if you can get out, it's better to get out. Same thing with palladium, guys. And palladium, I see a significant downside. This is a clear head and shoulders, right? And I see it going in this area, guys. So around 587, and between 587 and 526. This will be a good buying opportunity. I'm not saying, I'm not trying to scare anyone out of bullion. It is definitely a long term, very good investment against what is coming. But I'm saying is, instead of holding it here, you can sell it and then buy it somewhere here. That is the whole. I mean, and if you're not a trader, if you're not very active, then it's better to buy and hold, and maybe buy some more at this area, in this area. So this is the area that I calculated. I came up with around 526 will be the low side of it. 588, somewhere around 550 would be a very good price to buy palladium. Same thing with platinum. It was in a wedge pattern. I see it going down. I think it will break down. It has a strong momentum downside. I think this is still a very good price to sell before everything breaks loose, and then you can buy it much lower. So that is my major update for this month and this week. I would say, if you can sell metals, sell out, and then, or wait. If you're buying, wait for a better price. You'll get much better price in the future. So that is, and then we know the Palantir story. Everything is kind of broken down like 20-30%. That is gonna continue, guys. That is a beauty of the VIX. It's gonna whipsaw a lot of people. It's gonna create a panic. It's gonna scare people. So I would say raise cash, buy metals when they are like low, and you will do really good through this recession that is gonna happen. They are kind of forcing it. It's been basically, I think this recession is gonna be much worse than what you saw in 2001 or 2008, because there has been no significant recession for last two cycles. So basically it's like we skipped one meal, and now we will be like, your body will be more hungry. So that's what I see. That's why I'm saying, this recession, it's much better time. It's much better to go in with a significant amount of cash, because you will see a lot of liquidity crunch. Also, again, if you look at long-term economic indicators, some of them I was looking. I will go over some of them. So this thing just got, they just released it. Let me close down. So yeah, let's go to money supply, right? Money supply is slowly turning sideways, guys. And this, they just updated this last week, or yeah, last week. So it's kind of, flattening here, and then I think it'll go down. And if it goes towards the long-term trend line, and if it's declining, that indicates a lot of pain. A lot of people will be cutting back spending. It'll be much harder to find cash. So all that kind of stuff. And then also velocity of money. So velocity of money kind of signifies that, your productivity, the real growth in the economy, it was doing good actually, with all the layoffs starting, 2022. They were laying off, they were squeezing more productivity out of workers, whoever was left. And AI kind of, helped with that. But now looks like that is coming down. So productivity is kind of flattening. I see it coming down. Long term, it's gonna go up. If this, 14 SMA, this is 14 SMA, it turned up. I think it will go up. It's kind of broken out, but next 12 to 18 months, it will decline. There will be a lot of pain, and then again, I think it will start going back up. But also this indicates more the velocity of money, you'll see more inflation. So basically, money will lose value. People will spend a lot of money. The wages will also go up, but then your monthly bills will also go up. So it'll be harder to save money. That is what this indicates. But that's what I wanted to go over. Also, 10-year. I mean, this has been in news lately. It's kind of, tried to break out. Came back into this channel. It didn't reverse or anything, right? I mean, it didn't hit any significant levels here to break down. So I think this is like it was a fake out. It came back into this channel, but at some point in the second half of this year, I think it will break out, and then this is a clear bullish flag. You will see a significantly higher mortgage interest rates, car interest rates, and everything in the second part of the year. So I mean, this is hard to fathom. I'm seeing it. I'm seeing a 7.8% 10-year yield. So that means like 10% mortgages, 11% mortgages. So that is the kind of pain that I'm seeing. So housing market is up for a real pain beginning second half of this year and then all next year. Same thing with, I think, stock market. Usually the order is auto market is the first to weaken, and then the stock market suffers, and then the real estate effect. But I think next year you will see both real estate and stock market suffer significantly. And I think the pain will be unprecedented. So that is what I see, guys. Let me know what you think. If you think I'm wrong, comment, and I will respond, and I will recheck my analysis if you guys think any different. That's all for now, and have a good weekend, and I'll try to make these videos more often. Thank you. Bye.